So we are looking at last week's Eagle's Eye episode.
Yeah, Ben, you just got finished editing it.
How do we finish editing last week's Eagle's Eye episode if it's this
We're all
week?
pretending.
Okay. Oh my gosh, loud noise is coming from the editor. Whoever edited this should be student of the month, I'm telling you.
Good job. You done good, kids.
Yeah, so let's go figure out more about student of the month to see how we can get this editor to be student of the month, because we're so awesome and they make us no.
Well, that would explain why you're not student of the month.
They make us look so awesome here, like you don't even understand. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so go look at student of the month, guys.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Palisano here with Mr. Schmalbach talking about Student of the Month. So what is Student of the Month?
Well, Student of the Month is a way that we recognize a lot of the excellent things that students in Norristown Area High School are doing. And we do this on a monthly basis. It's a reinstatement of something that we used to do a number of years ago. A long time ago that we would have the same kind of monthly selection, two students for each grade level would receive an award. I was the first one to win it for my class in 1991. I still have that award, but we had stopped doing that for a number of years. And in talking with various staff members and whatnot, we decided that we thought that it was time to bring back something like that that was really showcasing students who are doing good and right things in our building and bring attention to those things.
Of course. And do you know why they stopped Student of the Month?
No, it was just something that happened in a decision that was made in the past, and we have a school leadership team of teachers that meet, and we look at various things, and we have a subcommittee on that looks at the climate and culture of the school. And one of the things we decided was that, one of the things that makes for a positive culture is recognizing positive things that are going on. So we decided to reinstitute something that had been going on for a long time before, so we're bringing back something that was a tradition. We are recognizing positive things that are going on in the school. We changed it a little bit from what it used to be, because in the past, only the two students in each grade level who won the award would get recognized. What we do now is we still have the two per grade level that are the winners, but now every student that is nominated but is not chosen gets an honorable mention certificate and gets to come to the presentation of the award as well. Because again, we feel that every one of those students, even if they weren't ultimately selected, a teacher thought highly enough of them to nominate them, and we want them to know that even if you weren't the winner, you're still a winner, and you're deserving of being showcased for what it is that you've done.
Mm-hmm. And how can a student be nominated?
Well, teachers each month nominate students, and it's not something like that you can campaign for or whatever. But part of it is it's people that do the right thing, and so we look at a variety of different areas. We have themes, which is another change from what it was previously. So the first month we did it this year was October, and we looked at academics. The next month, November, we looked at athletics. Then December, last month, we looked at citizenship. Then January, we go back to academics, athletics again. In February, March will be citizenship. And then the last one, April, is going to be what we call our rising stars, or students that are really poised to kind of be standout students that have really come a long way. Kind of thing. And then that leads into our regular underclassmen and senior awards that happen in May and June as we approach the end of the school year and graduation. So it's not that someone can necessarily, like I said, campaign to be student of the month, but the way to do it is maintain good grades, be nice to your fellow peers, if you're participating in athletics, work hard, because we're not looking for necessarily the standout person, but we're looking for somebody who practices hard, who maintains good grades, stuff like that. So just by doing all the right things, you put yourself out there as a possible person to be nominated.
Okay. And when students are nominated, how are they chosen to be?
We have a committee of teachers that meets on a monthly basis. What happens first is that teachers have the nomination form and they write up why it is that this person, is deserving of the award for that month. Then all of these nominating forms go to the committee. The committee then goes through each one. We look at what teachers have written about them. We look at things, and again, depending on what's going on that particular month, what the theme is, we may look at what their current grades are and the report card grades have been. We look at what their athletic performance has been. We might talk to the athletic department. We may look at citizenship stuff involves how they interact with other students and teachers. So we may have to talk to different people. And then based on all of that information, we look at it and we find the male and the female in each grade level that we think is most deserving, and they get the award. And then the rest, because again, we feel that everyone who is nominated, that someone has taken the time to point out, deserves to have a certificate letting them know that, yeah, somebody thought enough of you to take the time to write up this form and let people know that you're doing good stuff.
Okay, and if, say, the theme is athletics one month, if a student excels in athletics but not so much in schoolwork,
right?
Are they still?
Yeah, absolutely. So the focus, each month's focus is going to slant what we're looking at. So in the month on citizenship, we may not be, we're not necessarily looking for the straight A student. During the, like you said, the one about athletics, we're not necessarily looking for a straight A. We're looking for how they're doing in their sports and whatnot, but also things that play into that, like work ethic and practice and respect on the court and off the court or whatever the sport happens to be, how they deal with teammates and teamwork, stuff like that. So yeah, the focus, the theme is going to drive what our focus is. Doesn't mean that we don't necessarily consider other things, but that's going to drive what we're looking at for each month.
Okay, and you said there's a presentation for these students. How does that go?
What we have is in the back of the library, we have a presentation meeting area, and students that are nominated get passes to come. We have, some of the administrators are there. Mr. McCown from the science department does the presentation of the awards, and we call up the students, the nominating, all the ones that were nominated, the ones that didn't win get the honorable mention certificate, the ones that did get their winning certificate, and then we take group pictures of the honorable mentions and the winners. We have some snacks and refreshments. So it's, it's not like it's the Oscars or anything, but it's just a nice little ceremony. People that were nominated to say, hey, we noticed you and we congratulate you for doing all the good and, things that happen around here in our school.
Okay, that sounds very cool. I know recently, December, you guys just celebrated that.
Yes.
Who were the winners of that month?
Okay, for 9th grade, we had Thaddeus P. Gardner and Paige Rohrer for 9th grade. 10th was Angelica Pipitone and Stephen Karwoski. For 11th, Maggie Finneran and Demetrius Colclaw. And for 12th, Marissa Caracappa and Brian Espinoza were our winners. And then we had a number of nominees that were honorable mention. And all of that information is also posted on the school district's website in the what they call the picture crawl that goes across the middle of the page. But the pictures that we took out, I sent it out to the entire building faculty, and then they post it on the district website so that people out in the community can see and congratulate the people who won.
And what is January again?
January, we go back to academics, and that will time nicely because we'll start getting in nominations in the next 2 weeks or so as January ends, but it also times with the end of midterms and the end of the first semester. So it's a really good time to showcase those students that have done a really excellent job from the beginning of the year till now.
Okay, and is there anything you would like to add?
No, just that we've been, other than the fact that we're just excited that we're able to bring this back, that it has been well received. The next thing we're working on as we continue doing this year is finding a place to post the pictures and the winners around the building so that, other people, students and whatnot can see, who is receiving this awards. But other than that, we just encourage everyone to do all the right things that they do on a daily basis, that's the best way to have a great climate at our school, and maybe they'll be recognized as outstanding. But again, just everyone doing the right thing and the good thing is what keeps us all happy.
Okay, well, thank you a lot for being here.
No problem.
And make sure you tune in and keep watching our show, because we are going to have a video of everyone that won in November the awards. You could also watch it on our YouTube channel. I'm Elizabeth Palisano here with Mr. Schmalbach. Now back to the Eagle's Eye.